Welcome. In this post, we will look at a rhythm that is sometimes interpreted partly correct. What is this rhythm? The rhythm is sinus with some P waves merging with the QRS from R1 to R6, highlighted in red. As we move from left to right, you will notice a gradual increase in the P to P rate. A distinct P wave can be seen before R7, with the change of QRS morphology from R7 to R10, highlighted in blue. What does it mean? This means that R7 to R10, the ventricle is depolarized by sinoatrial node, and R1 to R6 is depolarized by the AV junction. This strip is a nice example on how to recognize the origin of an impulse by looking at QRS morphology and shape. As the dominant pacemaker, the SA node, slows down, the subsidiary pacemaker like the AV junction will kick in and capture the ventricle. This created the AV dissociation. When the rate of the dominant pacemaker and the subsidiary pacemaker is the same, it is called isorhythmic AV dissociation. Some would call it junctional rhythm, and it is partially right. It is because the P wave is still there but buried or merged with the QRS. Another way of looking at it is by a ladder diagram, as in this case. AV dissociation is dissociated or independent beating of the atria and the ventricles. This is not a primary disturbance of rhythm, but a symptom of underlying rhythm disturbance. It can either be due to the three causes from 1, 2, 3, or a combination of all the three. When the dominant pacemaker, usually the SA node, slows down, the subsidiary pacemaker will kick in, as in our case. Or, when the backup pacemaker fires at a faster rate and takes control of the ventricle or usurps, this is what happens in non-paroxysmal AV junctional tachycardia or in ventricular tachycardia without retrograde atrial capture. Or when there is a block at the AV junction that prevents the impulse from the dominant pacemaker from reaching the ventricle, as you see in complete heart block, the ventricles will be under the control of either the junctional escape beat or ventricular escape beat. Remember, complete heart block is not synonymous with complete AV dissociation. Or, AV dissociation could be a combination of causes, as seen in non-paroxysmal AV junctional tachycardia associated with SA or AV block. Thank you for watching and have a good day.